Good morning. It's quiet in our view on our Storm Team Skycam network here in Fargo. We've got dry conditions, clouds overhead, and that is making a huge difference on our temperatures compared to our neighbors up north who are really struggling with some cold. We've been talking about that second round of Arctic air moving in, and it has for at least the northern half of the valley. We've kind of got a battle going on here, and you can see that there's some stuff going on in the southern valley. This is in Foreman. We've got snow moving through here, some light snow flying by the camera here this morning in the Foreman area. Other parts of southeastern North Dakota also seeing some areas of light snow. There's a big storm system ramping up here in the plains that will be affecting a good portion of the plains, the Midwest, and eventually the East Coast here. So we'll be talking about that quite a bit in the national news. And we're just on the northern edge of this. So we are seeing some of the snow associated with it in the James River Valley and then back down into southeastern North Dakota. But the farther northeast you go, the more likely you are to be clear of this. You might have some clouds, but other than that, you'll miss out mainly on this. But if we're looking at places like Lemoore and Dickey counties, those are the areas I would say would be the focus for that chance for snow, stretching again back along the South Dakota line and back down to Sisseton and Wheaton as well. But this is traveling as far north as Cass County. You could see some light blue returns showing up on our radar map along the county line there on the southern end. And this is a big system, as I mentioned. You could see a lot of blue here on the map for South Dakota, and this is all working its way again to the south and east, and we are feeling the impacts and will continue to this morning. So it's a little farther north than what we were looking at yesterday, and so this could have some big impacts on our temperatures throughout the day. And you can see north and south, huge difference right now. Fargo, we're at 2 above, but in Grand Forks 9 below, and head farther north from there and we're looking at 17 below in Roseau. So just absolutely frigid along the Canadian border, and again, not as bad down in the south. Still cold. You'll still want to put on those extra layers, especially when you factor in the wind. Our wind chills are down into the teens below in the southern valley. Cold, but nowhere near as bad as what we're looking at up north. A wind chill of 33 below currently in Langdon. So you definitely have the worst of it right now up in the northern valley. Wind is coming in out of the north or northeast. We're seeing wind speeds into the teens and visibility down where we would expect it to be, where the snow is falling. Over in Oaks, visibility at 3 miles. Aberdeen down to 1. So a couple advisories here. We've got that wind chill advisory for the northern half of the valley. It does include Fargo-Moorhead. And then in that darker blue, that's a winter weather advisory down by Ellendale, because we're getting some light snow there, and we may see some accumulations with that here this morning. So two very different things happening here in the valley, and then there are those of us caught in between. So by noon, you can see some of this snow still hanging around northeastern South Dakota back over toward Ellendale, and the cloud cover with it too helping us out. Up to the north, temperatures teens below zero. Those of us in the southern valley, some still hanging on to some above zero temperatures, and that may be the case throughout the day in the single digits for highs because of the clouds. Now eventually though, this system departs and that frigid air takes over for all of us in its wake for later on tonight. So this evening, teens below up in the northern valley, and we'll start dropping below zero this afternoon and tonight in the southern valley. By 11 o'clock, you can see those numbers really starting to take a dip. We'll be down to 20 below at 11 for us tonight. Now by tomorrow morning, we'll see some numbers down into the 20s below in the north and east. Teens below in the south and west, all of us just frigid. Factor in even the slight bit of wind, and that will have an impact on your wind chills. Heading throughout the day, we're looking at a beautiful sunny day, but again, one of those frigid January days on this Saturday. Timing's not so great on this one. Heading into Saturday night, you can see some clouds starting to move in, and we could end up having some changes for Sunday. So here's a look at your photo today. Just a really pretty shot of that frost again we've had recently. This is in rural Fergus Falls. Thanks, Steve, for sharing that. And your 7-day planner. Again, just cold air. Today, we'll see those temperatures drop by the afternoon. We may end up being a little warmer than this here in the southern valley. Northern valley, it's a much different day for you. A lot more frigid in that area. Saturday, we're looking at 6 below. Sunday, warming things back up. We may climb above zero in the